Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha Koholim La, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kahawadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to the Akim and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Achanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson. I'm praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And I was just sitting there watching the apostle, Tahar. He was going off into a video with another brother, that was pretty much, it was talking about the MOTB, the market of beauty and the beast. But in this video, this brother, he was mentioning, I think he said his aunt lived in Georgia. I think she had a surgery or whatever, and she was asking the brother, was whatever they done to her, was it the mark of the beast? And he told her nah. But the conversation came up as to he said basically, he was breaking on the scriptures to her, and she believed everything that he said up until the point of Isaiah 4:1. So he was explaining to her, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of men are gonna go to war, a lot of men are gonna die from pestilence and diseases and things of that nature. It's gonna be not that many men available. And she said, that she could see that now. So as I'm listening to the video in the backdrop, you can still see it up on the screen here. I done a little count because there's this video of this one chick that the brothers have been going into over the past week. Well, she was in this, hey, she was telling these chicks, hey, look, man, it's 100 bitches to one dude, basically. Y'all gonna have to share, basically. So it just dawned on me, like, let me put in a population on ratio in my area. Now this is Detroit, and I kind of broke it down to a number because I was asking, like, what's the ratio between the men and women in Detroit, Michigan, or whatever, and it's a lot more women than there are men. So I ended up putting in an age range, and I'm putting, I just kind of put in a general age range of people that are pretty much so somewhat out here, where they can build a family, so to speak, and have children and do all those different things. So, I could have narrowed it down a little bit more, but I put in the ages 25 to 45, right? It says for the age range of 25 to 45 in Detroit, Michigan, there is a significant majority of women with a ratio of approximately 87.2 men for every 100 women. So you selfish ass women that's out here just thinking that, see, and that's a part of feminism too. That's a part of Esau's system, his kingdom, where he got you thinking that, what I'm saying, a man can only deal with one woman and that you're the prize and that you're so damn gloriously lovely that you just should just have a one nigga to yourself. And you can clearly see why that's not even possible. You know what I'm saying? Because the numbers, the math ain't mathing with y'all, man. It says the age group consists of roughly 81,616 men and 93,425 women, meaning women outnumber men by more than 11,000 in this demographic. So you don't think that those other 11,000 women, just let's just say, you got a man to yourself, or you thinking you got a man to yourself. What about the other 11,000 women that may be far more attractive, far more easier to get along with, don't have all the fucking problems and headaches and shit, and then and then your fucking face turned up, you got a goddamn bonnet on your fucking head all the time, you want some damn pajamas all the fucking time, you just don't give a fuck about your appearance, you don't clean, you don't cook, you don't fucking do anything in the house, all you doing is fussing and fighting and wanting to, keep that man stressed the fuck out, because a man will go and deal with a well, with not so a baddie. I'll put it that way. A man will go and deal with a ugg mug, man, if she gives him peace. You got, a little chick, you know what I'm saying? She might be a four in the face, decent little body, but she's sweet. Jake like humble women, man. She's a little sweetheart. She does, she treats you right. You know what I'm saying? That dude gonna go and deal with her before he deal with your fucking ass. All them looks and all that shit. That shit, it's got its moments, but it's not better than, you know what I'm saying, a chick You know, that little side chick, man, that's just like, she may not be the most attractive, but she does it all. So who are you to be thinking that one nigga should be? But that's America, and that's Esau Edom's kingdom. This is his kingdomship, and that feminism has gotten you women stupefied in your head that you one, this guy's your property, as opposed to the scripture says that the woman is the man's property. You're the property of your father first. Your father marry you off to your husband, then you become the property of your husband. But not in this kingdom. A chick, she can get online, she can go on Tinder, she can go on all these different apps. She can meet up with a nigga at 1 o'clock in the morning if she want to, and let's meet over here, let's eat here. I don't like that food, I don't like those drinks, I don't like this, I don't like that. Man gonna treat me right, how much money you make, all this bullshit. But let me just grab that scripture though, Isaiah 4:1. Because the numbers ain't mathing, man. That ratio is crazy work, bro. And it's gonna come a point where that number is gonna increase. Because this is just right now. We ain't talking about with the draft, with men going to war, and all the. And then I'm not exactly sure if they're counting men that are in prison, that's in these jail cells and shit. But anyway, this is Isaiah 4:1. It says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." This is coming. This is a future prophecy. This is coming, and it's already in the works right now. You know, look at the prices of things that's going on with groceries, gas, insurance on the car payment, medical insurance. Just going to try and just go and just, the best thing you can probably do these days, man, is just shit. If you got a damn bike, just go for a bike ride, man, to the park to relieve stress. All that old going somewhere and I'm gonna treat myself and all that. Treating yourself then got expensive. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like shit. But you women, man, y'all gonna come into order, man. This is what it's all boiling down to. You're gonna come back into order because the days of you compassing a man, that's about over with, man. That's about over with. So let me go back in here, and I won't gonna keep this long. I just typed that in while I was listening to the apostle. But it says age group. Let me see. The ratio becomes more unbalanced as the age increases towards 45. Yeah, and especially, and you got these grandmamas out here. You got women, and I put 45 for a reason because that's not even really doable. You know what I'm saying? You women that's 45, 50, 55, 60, you're pretty much obsolete. You're done already. The only thing you can do is be submissive, and then you out here still trying to act like you fucking 16 and that you're the prize and that you got all this time in the world. The scriptures talks about how man really only get about 80 years to live on earth. Here you go, you halfway through it, and you out here trying to act as if you just the shit. I ain't saying don't respect yourself. I'm just saying to the point of you see these women, man. I ain't accepting this. I ain't accepting that. He gotta have this. He gotta have that. Well, guess what? These men are doing well without you. And we've been saying it all along, man. You better off buying you some damn box, man. You better off just buying some coochie and not even dealing with these chicks like that. Especially you a fool getting locked in and locked up with one of these bitches on paper in America. You crazy. But it says the ratio becomes more unbalanced as the age increased towards 45. So you can see right here, 25 to 29, you got 24,143 males, right? You got 26,493 women, right? So that age range right there, that's pretty much your age range right there where it's going down. I could have put in 21, to 45. It would have gave you another ratio to 21-year-olds, a little 18 or 18, you know. But we know that going back into ancient times and with our customs, the young ladies would be already ready to go, man, by the time they turn 13. As soon as they come on that monthly, they hit that flower, it's a wrap. It's a done deal. The father them pretty much got somebody already in line for her to go to, and that's her husband until he dies. Not all this. Oh, well, I don't like the relationship. We got into an argument over some French fries in a drive-through, and he got me the wrong Chick-fil-A sandwich, and when we're breaking up, then you on to the next nigga hopping on his ride. Then you hopping on to the next nigga hopping on his ride. No, it wasn't like that in the ancient days, man. So it says age 30 to 34, 22,469 men, 26,970 women. See that? So it's getting even larger. See that? So 35 to 39, it says it's 18,179 men and 19,673 women. But now when you get a little older here, check it out. 40 to 44, 16,825 men, and it's 20,289 women, right? So it says declining ratios in almost every 5 year bracket within this range, women outnumber men. Comparisons to state, this gap is much wider than Michigan State average for the same age range, where the ratio stays closer to 1 to 1. Peak imbalance. The 40 to 44 age bracket shows one of the most significant disparities in the city, with nearly 17% more women than men. So you women that's in your 40s, you're through. You're through. And these other women, they through too, because ain't nobody trying to deal with their fucking asses neither. But you women that's in your 40s, from 40 to, so if it's from 40 to 44, if the disparity is like that, think about 44 to 50. Think about 50, and you got women that are actually in their 50s out here still trying to demand some shit, like they just got it. It says, we ain't gonna go into that. They wanna, but anyway, you get the point, man. I ain't even want to keep this long. I just seen that, put it in, and this is just one age range. But again, as you get older, and we already know, because the reason why I put the 25, I should have put 21 or 18 or whatever, because you women are in your prime. Those are your prime years. As time goes on, and you just out here, you just clubbing it up. You traveling. You in the streets. You doing all this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? As time goes on, your value it turns to nothing, man. See, men, they as men age, they value go up. You women, as you age, it's something different. That's why you supposed to just go ahead and get with you a man, and chill your ass out. You know what I'm saying? You just out here just running the streets and with all these, all these fucking bodies on you, and then get to talking as if that don't matter. No, that shit make a difference, man. Don't nobody want to be dealing with your washed up, used up ass. And then you got the nerve to be talking about a virgin. Oh, well, why would you want a virgin? You don't want nobody with experience? Fuck nah, bitch. What the fuck is you talking about? Why the fuck would I go to a car lot and I'm trying to purchase a new car and a nigga gonna try and push off on me a damn used car, man, with all these miles on it? No, I can't get a new car, man. You know? I got the money for the new car. I want the new car. I want it in this color. I want it with these rims on it. I want it with this particular system in it. I want it with these particular seats. I want all that. I want the trimmings. I want and I'm not here to settle. So what about that? You fucking women out here, man, think you supposed to settle and shit. You got 3 kids by 3 different dudes. And don't get me wrong, because there's some Eves out here be still looking good. You know what I'm saying? With that body count like that. But that ain't what it's about. Her looking good ain't got nothing to do with a motherfucking thing. That's the thing. That's why the scripture talks about what's that it talks about a woman's beauty. Fall not at a woman's beauty, roughly paraphrasing. We don't do that, man. If you fall for a woman's beauty, man, the scripture talks about, yeah, how it can fuck with you. It'll fuck you over in the end. All them looks. That's why I was saying about the little side chick. You know what I'm saying? Jake always, always had a little side chick. She wasn't the prettiest. Little cutie. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't the one with the stupid body or whatever. But trust and believe, when you go around her. You go to her crib, her shit is together, her shit is clean. She makes sure that you feeling good, you feeling well. She washing your damn clothes. She cooking you some good meals. you know, making sure that, you know what I'm saying, if you're feeling bad, she got you, she rubbing your damn feet, she, you know, she doing things like that, and then you got a bitch that just won't do a goddamn thing for you, and you spending all your money on her. That's it, man. Nah, them days is over. Anyway, I'm gonna end out there. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Ashala and the Bubble Ball.